What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another action figure review. And this time around, I decided to just go ahead and do a 2-in-1, which this is what everyone on Instagram was telling me to do anyway. So I figured I'll go ahead and knock out 17 and 18 at the same time. As you guys can see, these are the event exclusive color editions. So they've got the different style box than the first releases of these guys. And once again, I do think these are pretty dope. I love the look of these. So let's go ahead and spin these around, take a look at the sexy packaging, then we can get right to the figures. Now for the sexy packaging, as you guys can see, they both have a color theme to them. 17 has the orange, while 18 has the yellow. You got the window packaging so you can see the figures inside. It says Funimation right here, event exclusive Dragon Ball, exclusive content, Tamashii Nation's Bandai, Tamashii Nation's seal of approval. Then of course on the sides, you do have images of the two of them full body. I really do like the look of those. I think I just hit my camera, sorry about that. It says Android 17 right there, Android 18 right there, and then nothing much going on the top of these. On the bottom, of course, you got some more images, and then you can go ahead, flop these around or flip these around to the back, and you got some promotional shots and poses that you can get the figure into. Nothing much going on at the bottom. Looks a little bit blank down there, but yeah, as you guys can see, that's the sexy packaging. So let's go ahead and bust these guys out and take a look at them. Now, straight out of the packaging, I'm going to try to keep these short, simple, and to the point. Clearly, this is nothing more than a repaint of the original figures that we got years ago that have completely shot up in price. And there's some things I like more about this repaint and then some things that I like less. First of all, I'll go ahead and say 18 is so much better. There's a whole lot of extra shading on this blue that really makes her outfit pop. She actually has a black or a darker yellow shading in her hair. That I don't really care for, but still, it's so much better than just that one solid yellow that we got with the original release. I also like how they did the Red Ribbon Army logo. It looks so much better. Hopefully this one doesn't scratch off like my old one. The legs, not sure if they're the same black or what, but yeah, they still black. Then the boots, I know that these were like an orange color on the original. I don't have mine anymore, so I can't do a side-by-side comparison. But yeah, 18 looks a whole lot better in my opinion. Now 17, he looks better to me from the waist up. I really like the shading that they did with his scarf. And one thing I forgot to mention is the eyes. I really love how they did the eyes on both of these. They're so much more saturated, which makes them pop a little bit more. That alone I dig. Now for 17's pants, I'm not going to say it's inaccurate because the color scheme for Dragon Ball changed so many times. But I do prefer the darker blue. It just looked better to me. Now that being said though, I really love this rip that they painted in the clothing. That looks really, really nice. Now granted, the skin tone isn't the exact same, but it's not something that's really a bother to me. The shoes are about the same, except this is a little bit, I guess, darker of a white, more of a grayish white, which it's still white, but it's just darker than the original. And overall, I mean, both of them look good. I don't have a problem with them. They definitely work well as a stand-in. So if you weren't able to get your hands on these originals, or the originals, I definitely think you guys will like these. Now for the height of these guys, to the top of his forehead, 17 is right at about 5 inches, and then 18 is just shy of it. So she's a little bit smaller than he is, but it makes sense because these two were shorter than the rest of the characters in Dragon Ball. So once again, they will fit in scale. Now for the articulation on these guys, this is the same thing as before, so I'm going to cover it real quick. 17 looks up about that much, down about that much. He does get a ton of tilt at the neck, so you get a lot of expressions. Arm goes up and out that much. Very well. He does have a slight butterfly joint, double jointed elbows. As you guys can see, his hands are on a ball peg, so you can move them around. He does have a diaphragm joint that can wiggle around, and then of course he does have a waist swivel. Crunches forward about that much. Very good. Crunches back about that much. He kicks forward that much, but it's actually on a drop down, so you can kick forward a little bit more than that. He does kick out, of course, have a built-in thigh swivel, double jointed knees, foot goes down about that much, up about that much, does have ankle rocker, and he does have a toe hinge as well. That's a little bit stiff on mine, so pretty much same articulation on him. Now for the articulation on 18, she looks up about that much, very well, looks down about that much, does get a whole lot of movement, even though her neck isn't a separate piece. As you guys can see, it all comes from the head. Her arms go up and out about that much. She does have a swivel right here at the bicep, and so does 17, just in case I didn't say that. She only has a single jointed elbow. I don't know why they did that, but yeah, you do get that. Her hands are on a ball peg. And she doesn't have a diaphragm joint, so all of her movement comes at the waist. She goes forward about that much, back about that much, and she does have swivel. She can actually, if you lift the skirt a bit, she can kick forward pretty well, but with the skirt, that's all you're going to get. She can kick back also. She can do the splits very well. She also has a built-in thigh swivel, single jointed knee for whatever reason. Her foot goes down about that much, up about that much, does get ankle rocker, and of course she does get a toe hinge as well. So a little bit limited compared to 17, but I think he actually came out after her, so they ended up updating the articulation a little bit. So for the accessories, I'm going to start with 17, and I'm going to try to run through these pretty quickly. You get a pair of fist hands and a default face straight out of the packaging. You get a pair of blasting type hands. You get a pair of karate chop or running type hands. You get this pair of relaxed, holding them down by his side type hands. You get a pair of martial arts hands. Then you get a pair of these kind of like reaching or grabbing type hands. They could probably be used to hold something. You get a trigger hand as well as a small pistol. You get an extra holster for the pistol. As you guys can see, he does come with one in the package. You get an extra belt just in case you want to take that off. You do get, that sounded wrong, in case you want to take off the default one. But anyway, you get 2 extra face plates, one where he's smiling and then one where he's got his teeth gritted and he's looking to the side. The paint on mine is a little wonky, but yeah, that's there. You get an extra hair piece. This is actually 2 separate pieces. I just put them together. It's the back piece and then the front, so that could be for when his hair is blowing. Also, you get an extra scarf, also for when it's blowing. And then lastly, you get a pair of folded hands. So a ton of accessories with this guy. All of these did also come with the original release. For Android 18, she does come with slightly less than the original release. She comes with a pair of fist hands and a default face straight out of the package. She comes with these teeny tiny baby power-up blasting type hands. She comes with a pair of relaxed hands that you can put down by her side, just like 17. And then she comes with a pair of martial arts hands as well. Now, as far as faceplates go, she comes with a smiling faceplate, and then she comes with another, basically the default one where she's just looking off to the side. I do wish she came with a teeth gritted face or powering up or something, because I mean, she did show expression during her fight with Vegeta, as we all know, but the original didn't come with it, so I guess they couldn't include it with this one. But yeah, she also comes with a separate hair piece. This is 2 pieces, just like 17's, and then you just plug the faces in there. And lastly, she comes with a pair of crossed arms. So for the most part, she comes with just about all the accessories. No kissing face. She doesn't come with the extra Krillin head, and then she doesn't come with the remote. I wish she came with all that stuff, but hopefully they will give us a 2.0 18 in the future, and also another Krillin, because he's long overdue. For some quick size comparisons, here they are standing next to the Xenoverse body with the Trunks on it that has been modded. So basically, I'm just going to say it's a Future Trunks 2.0. And then, of course, the SH Figuarts Super Vegeta or Super Saiyan Vegeta, whichever one you want to call him. Next up, here they are standing next to a SH Figuarts 2.0 Kid Gohan, and of course the Saiyan raised on Earth Goku. Lastly, for just 2 random figures, here they are standing next to a Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series Red Ninja and the Mezco Diabolic figure. Now for my final thoughts on these figures, I gotta say, I do feel like Tamashii Nations did a really good job repainting these and dishing these out. I do wish they would have released them as like premium colors, like they did Vegeta and Trunks in the past. Maybe it would have made these a whole lot easier to get for some people. But I do like the fact that they listed these like 3 or 4 times on the Premium Bandai website for those who missed out to get their hands on. It's just that if you didn't know when they were going back up, then you weren't going to be able to get them. And so, I don't know. I just wish they would have done these as premium colors to make this easy, because I know that they knew these figures would sell. Now, that being said, guys, if you can get your hands on these, don't pay crazy prices. I feel like you can find these for between $110 and maybe $150, which is a little far-fetched, but if you can snag one, I highly recommend it. Don't pay the scalper's price for these. Don't pay $250 for this right now. I just don't recommend it. But that being said, get your hands on it right now if you can, because the more that these sell, the more expensive they're going to become. And by January, I can guarantee you, these guys probably will be $250 and above, or at least the going rate of the original releases. So yes, I do recommend them. I do prefer the original 17 better, but I do like how they contracted the eyes on this one to make it look a bit better, or contrasted, and how they painted the scarf. 18, this one is just all around better in my opinion. So either way, both good figures. Get your hands on them if you can. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new reviews. And lastly, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe. Peace.